You see, for older workers, our pay is already stagnant.
Yeah.
There's no increment in pay. So what is the, like you say, everybody will receive an increment, this and that and that. But ours is stagnant,
Good.
We already hit the, they say, entak kaki. So, but the expenses is still higher. We still pay, like single mother, you see, you still pay the conservancy fee, you still pay this and that. So, where do we come in?
Yes,
in this budget?
Very good point, In Marine Parade, 1 in 5 of the residents here is over 65. And 30% of Marine Parade residents are already over 60. Yes. So I thoroughly support you raising this point. It's a tough question. Since you come from Kembangan, please answer her.
Thank you, Fatima, Tuduk. So, Ubi Gamar, grassroots, don't ask any more questions. No. Actually, if you notice, this budget actually also have a specific target group that is to look after the elderly, to encourage. First, I think if you look at the lower incomes, those who are already on workfare, there's a special workfare, the WIS, for bonus for worker under already WIS. And there's a particular one that is to help to pay the CPF contributions of the older worker. Between 50 to 80% CPF contribution will be paid by government. And that is another thing to encourage the employers to hire older workers, and also hopefully some of the, if they have lower costs to hire the older workers, they will also pass the increase to them. Having said that, I think it's also important that you don't, older worker doesn't mean that you're less productive. I think productivity drive apply to every workers. So continue to upgrade, continue to improve yourself. I think the 60 is it right? I never know your age. I thought you're younger. No, actually, I think there's two parts to it. One is to encourage the employers to retain the older worker and continue to hire older worker. This is one of the problems faced by the older population, is they've got problems getting a job. And second one is to encourage the employers to continue to help, also not to neglect the productivity of this group of worker, and have to keep them, also they have to grow with the rest of us. So I think that is something that we have to, because so far, I think there is an issue. But so far, I think we've been focusing more on helping the older worker to stay in the job.
I get you out of this complex question. Yeah. It's a question which is best for Finance Minister to answer through his proxy. But it's complex because when you reach a certain age, there are many older workers whose productivity has not gone down. So if he or she were in the private sector, in business, you will still earn more money. But in many cases, you're working as employees, and if your pay keeps on going up on the same job, doing the same number of hours, the same kind of job, and no increase in skills whatsoever, if the pay goes up and up, then the employer will say, look, I better get a younger worker, let you retire. But we are against early retirement. We want a person to be re-employed, which means the pay may even have to come down. That's the reality. Otherwise, employers, when I want you in public service, we can afford it. Although it's the wrong thing to do, to pay re-employed workers the same or more than before. But private sector, they cannot go on and on paying older workers more. But it's a real problem because costs will still go up for the older workers. So how do you reconcile the two?